Hello, I am Bookface, and today we're doing a very calm video with really no purpose. You see, recently, well, I guess not that recently, but for a while now, my mental health has not been the best. And I've found a rather fun coping mechanism and just kind of generally fun thing that I do, especially when I get frustrated. I go on Artbreeder and I make some weird cursed creatures that I get weirdly overly attached to. So I thought, hey, why not? I'm gonna share those creatures, their names, and random details that I definitely don't make up as the video goes on. Let's start. So first off, we have Big Chunglemungus. Now, why is he named that, you may ask? Well, because the image showed up and I'm like, oh dang, that's a big Chunglemungus. And the name just stuck. He stares an uncomfortable amount, but it's fine. He's also the size of an elephant. Next we got, it's kind of a little horse bird looking dude. He's kind of Pokemon named in the sense that's the only sound he can make, but he's a happy little His favorite food is peanut butter. I don't know why. He really likes peanut butter. Then we have Claw. He's a fun little guy. He's always screaming about corn, but he doesn't like corn. I don't know why he wants corn so much. Wait, now I kind of want some corn. Del Monte, sponsor me, or else. Next we have the twins, Snoofle and Snorfle. As you may have guessed, they're twins. Boy, I thought I'd have some more facts for these two. They're very, very fast. Like, unnaturally fast. Like, they can outrun a car, but they're like the size of a capybara. It's a very specific example, but don't ask. Next, we have Maximus. He's like a giant kind of lizard tongue, but he doesn't do anything with it. He just kind of, those little paddle ball things. He just kind of does that with a really long tongue. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. And then we got Manny the Moosh. He's a cool dude. Likes to party. He's also vegan. I don't know why, but he insists. We've got Nyom. He only talks in rhyme, but he's really bad at rhyming, so it usually doesn't rhyme. But don't say that. He'll cry. Also, weirdly, he cries molasses. It's a weird thing. It's a huge mess. Please just don't tell him his rhymes are bad. We got another set of twins, Sklorg and Skalarg. They actually had two names that were a little more separate, but they insisted they needed to sound a lot like each other. Also, they're not actually twins. They just decided, you know what, we're gonna be twins, and they stick with that. We got Bloof. Bloof makes me a bit uncomfortable. Bloof. I feel like Bloof watches me when I'm sleeping, but don't tell Bloof that. Also, he eats saran wrap. Then we got Hee, and yeah, he insists that his name is pronounced that way. He really likes Michael Jackson. Just the music. He doesn't really care for him as a person. Thinks he's too tall. But yeah, loves to just run around listening to Michael Jackson and insisting he can play the tuba, but he's actually too small to play a tuba. He can't play a grand piano though. Next we got Thump the Grump. Initially his name was just Thump, but he was like, can we add the grump part? He's kind of the Eeyore of the bunch, mostly because no one knows where his face is, myself included. Where's his face? How does he eat? Thump's a nice dude. He sometimes just pretends to be a rock. Then we have Oof. But yeah, that's actually not a trunk. That's like a little grabby hand, just kind of flips people off with it. He's very rude. He's always kind of angry. He's kind of like, you know how we had the Eeyore of the group a little while ago? He's Oscar the Grouch. If funnily enough, he asked for his name to be changed to Oscar. I think I know why now. He really likes The Office. Then we've got he calls himself the granddad of the group, even though he's technically 2 years old. But don't tell him that, because he's still learning how to spell too. But he just likes to stand up in rocking chairs and throw things. Mostly mints for some reason. I don't know where he gets the mints from. We've got Quackster. Funnily enough, actually part eagle. He insists there is not even a little bit of duck in his blood. Also, he eats hippos. Next up, we got Warble. Not much to say about Warble. He doesn't really use his legs much. That's why they're so thin. He just kind of levitates in the air, holds his wings out in a T-pose. Next, we got Jeffrey, where is your eye? Where is your face? Are those your ears? Oh wait, yes, those are your ears. He has very sensitive hearing. Next up, we have Indigo. He auditioned for Jurassic World, but they said no. He still feels robbed. When he still got in Jurassic World, he just had to play a pterodactyl, not a velociraptor. Then we have Ashasa the Lost. So funny thing, for some reason the website bugs out a lot after a certain point in time. So things will sometimes just disappear when you make them. And I thought this guy looked so wonderful that I had to make sure I got his picture before he disappeared. But don't worry, he was fine. He also smells like a baboon, but also an aardvark. Also, he spins webs, and I'm not sure why, but he does. Then we have Shusufloof, the Unforgotten. So remember how I said, sometimes things will disappear because of the glitch? Well, this one did get glitched out of existence. You can go to the Artbreeder, you will not find him anywhere. He's lost, but not forgotten. He just likes to eat everything. You have to tie him to a chain or he'll eat the entire world. But really likes pomegranates for some reason. Not the seeds though, just the skins. It's very weird. You got Rathu. Not much to say. He breathes. He breathes very heavy. It sounds like it's always in your ear. If he's like in visible range, then it sounds like he's right next to you. He's also bulletproof. Don't ask how I know. Then we got Opal. Don't be concerned. She's kind of a war criminal, but we can look past that. She's fine. She's hiding out in a secure location. We don't have to worry about that. Just don't tell any Fae, and we'll be fine. Let's see, who else we got? Oh, we got Anthrax. Anthrax just kind of showed up. Sometimes he'll just get up and walk on two legs. Sometimes walk on his hands. I'm not really sure where Anthrax came from. Anthrax concerns me. Then we got Best Boy of the Year, Baxter. Nicest, sweetest, loyalist cricket monster thing. He loves waving to people with his little fifth leg thing. It's very weirdly attached. He likes hunting for truffles, like how the pigs do. He just sniffs around with a little antennae. Guess that's not really sniffing, but feeling, Makes it sound like... It's just so sweet. Also bulletproof. Moving on. We got Stripesy, because he has stripes. Funny thing. Also, don't ask me how I know. Apparently, if you cut him in half, then you get two Stripesies. Don't ask. But yeah, it's concerning, actually. Unrelated question. Do you know anyone who would want to buy a Stripesy? We got Pleep Bloob. He says he loves smiling, but I don't actually know where his mouth is. You can kind of see like a little face up there, but there's no mouth there, just skinned over it. But he'll just say, I'm smiling. I'll look and I'll be like, yeah, man, sure, cool. And you can hear like this sound like shifting of meat and bones, and I'm like, oh God, where's your mouth? But it's the thought that counts. We got Reginald. Yeah, Reginald, he's a serious dude. Except when it comes to tinfoil, he fucking loves tinfoil. Chew on that all day long. Reginald insists he has a mouth somewhere, but I don't believe it. I think he's just made of hair. Then we got Buckeye. Buckeye, when he gets scared, just extends tremendously. One time somebody set off an air horn, and I swear he extended a mile and just gored me in the back with his horn. Not mad, just kind of annoyed. We got Sorg. Sorg doesn't say much, but he occasionally says, I want to be a wrecking ball, and then crashes through the ceiling. Do you know anyone who could fix my ceiling? Now we go on to Scrumble. He always introduces himself by saying, get ready to scrumble, and then disappearing. We're not really sure how he does it, but whenever he says it, you have to be careful. If you aren't, then he'll just come charging at you from behind you. And there you have the children of Artbreeder. This video really didn't have a purpose, and I just kind of did it on a whim. It's just a fun, silly little thing that I enjoy doing. Making bizarre creatures, coming up with names for them, and sharing my cursed children with everyone. If you want to see more of these, please let me know, because it's pretty easy. And honestly, I had a lot of fun. Also, if you're wondering why the title of this video is something about children, I don't know exactly what the title is. That's because when you make something in Artbreeder, it shows you what you've made so far, but the category is saved children. And it's just... something about that don't sit right with me, But these are my saved children. They are wonderful. I have many more of them. If you want to see more of my children, go to my Artbreeder. Look at Liked and Created, because the other ones are mistakes and abominations, and I don't want you to see all of them. Okay, that's not true. They're nice. They just don't get a name. They don't get names. Not yet. You have to earn your name and be somewhat discernible. That's it. Bye.